Wanjala, what is it, Wanjala? I have said the Kinango member will be the last.
I just want to debate equally,
okay,
Mr. Speaker.
Be the very last. You have 2 minutes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
No. He had. No.
Mr. Speaker,
Wanjala had not debated. He just rose on several irrelevant points of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is true, Mr. Speaker, without any doubt in my mind, that, Mr. Speaker, it is true.
Yes,
and the Speaker, Clark, some of us have been... Point of order, Speaker.
Yes, Karani.
I am been raising up my hand from the time we came in, and Wanjala has spoken.
I will just seek an opportunity to speak instead of making Wanjala reference. Wanjala has been rising on several irrelevant points of order, but he has not contributed. Okay, after Wanjala, I'll give you Karani to close. Okay. Wanjala, give him the mic.
Mr. Speaker, I know you as somebody who understands law. Mr. Speaker, in this house, not all of us are lawyers, not all of us are competent to critique the ruling of the court. Mr. Speaker, you have been in courts. You always know that court orders, Mr. Speaker, anybody with a doubt, always go for appeal. If you are not in doubt, then implement it. Mr. Speaker, when we are here and each one of us is trying to debate, is trying to say what he wants, some of us are not competent as lawyers, and we want to talk about the rulings. Mr. Speaker, we are going nowhere. Mr. Carol Omond was very clear on what is supposed to be done for us to resolve this issue. Mr. Speaker, anybody who is aggrieved will always go for court of appeal.
There is a point of order from member for Matuga. Yes, Tandaza. Go ahead.
Is the honorable member in order to say that we are not competent to discuss a matter before us? Is he in order?
He is out of order. And he's discussing. Go on, Wanjala.
Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we have a procedure to withdraw from coalitions. You just don't write letters, right, left, center. We have a procedure to move out of our political parties. You have to resign, you have to go back for re-election, for a by-election. So anybody purporting to have withdrawn as an individual from anybody purporting to have withdrawn from Azimio and yet did not follow the procedures, Mr. Speaker, that is still null and void. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we call upon you that we don't want people wakupake uchafu. You are clean. We want you to do a proper thing by giving Azimio their rightful position. If anybody is doubting, go for appeal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Kirima. After Kirima, we close.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mine will be very brief, but just to state what the Constitution says, that this House and the courts and the executive, they are just creatures of the Constitution. And the Constitution has to be respected as it is. This House being a quasi-judicial body, it ought to have its own independence without being interfered with by any other body, because all the bodies, the three bodies which are creatures of this Constitution, cannot be interfered by each other. And by the time the ruling was being given, being an officer of the court and having been in the court for quite a long period, the court usually asks if it's intent to give a ruling as pertains to the status quo of a position. What is the status quo, or what is the position at that time when it is deliberating the ruling? And in this issue, the court gave the ruling as it was in the year 2022, which means it has taken a lot of about 3 years before it can give the ruling on the status quo of the position. And things have shifted because when it comes to politics, and the interpretation of the law as it is, status quo is not cast on a stone. It shifts as per the situation on that material particular time when things are taking place. Mr. Speaker, sir, if you can allow me, if you look at Article 95 of the Constitution, Article 95 of the Constitution states very clearly that, Speaker, the law of the National Assembly, one of it is that the National Assembly represents the people of the constituencies and special interest in the National Assembly. But second one, it says that the National Assembly solves on issues which concerns the people. What is being debated in this house today concerns our people because we have been given that rule and that provision by the Constitution. And Mr. Speaker, it is true, as it is today, Kenya Kwanza government is the majority in this house and we cannot deny it in all aspects. Taking into account that now, we're even on the broad-based government, whereby almost all members are on one side, other than few dissenting members of about that 5 members. So as it is, we should not negate what has already been earned in this house by Kenyans, because what we are doing now is just a public relations exercise. And as for that, this ruling, as it will be appealed to, it will come to be seen that what the Speaker gave us a ruling of this house is going to start. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable members, I think we have ventilated sufficiently on this matter since 2:30, 2:40. I want to thank the Honorable Millie Odhiambo for raising the matter that triggered the debate. I want to thank all of you for the tremendous input. Each one of you has had their say, except a few. To those who haven't spoken, like Martin Owino and Mulyunge and others, even when it rains, it doesn't soak everybody. Sometimes it soaks a few and others get away. So I want to tell the House I've looked at the documents that the Deputy Speaker has tabled, and they are genuine and admissible. They'll form part of our direction. And I want to direct the House, one, that the matters at order number 8, which was Constitution of House Business Committee, is stepped down for reasons that you all know. 2, we will, as expected, not sit tomorrow morning because we have no House Business Committee to prioritize or program business for the House. So tomorrow morning you have a free morning. We will assemble at 2:30 tomorrow. I'll try and see if I can burn my midnight oil with my clerks and lawyers, sift through what you have said today, all of you, and advise you accordingly in the afternoon in the direction I'll give. Remember, as I said, the court quashed the decision and the ruling of the Speaker on the declaration of majority. The court has no capacity, has no power to declare who is majority and who is minority. That is a matter for the House. This is a matter for this House, and we will give you direction so that you can continue with doing your legislation, your oversight, and your representation roles in guiding our country so that we don't lose time. Thank you so much, all of you, even those who threw brickbats at the Speaker. The Speaker is seasoned, the Speaker is mature, the Speaker is used to this kind of thing, so I have no time to begrudge anybody. Whenever you want to say anything against the Speaker, do it. As long as you are doing it in good faith, I'll take it. If you do it maliciously, of course, then it begs Wanjala can deal with you. So on that note, honorable members, can you be upstanding? The House, honorable members, stands adjourned until tomorrow, the 12th of February 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Suffice to mention that Honorable Bukose, you must be here to give your statement on SHA tomorrow.